Welcome to Right Fit Leader, a podcast from Alec Broadfoot and the Hire with Confidence team at VisionSpark. This is where visionaries, entrepreneurs, and leaders learn how to hire leaders, lead better, and build teams that last. Through expert insights, real client stories, and conversations with top leaders, you will hear how we find A players for your business. This is Right Fit Leader.
All right. Well, David, thank you so much. Welcome.
Good to see you, Andrew.
Enjoying the conference so far?
It's awesome, isn't it? Great buzz of activity, all sorts of people, free candy.
Right?
What a joy.
What more could you ask for?
Exactly.
Plenty of orange.
Plenty of orange.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, listen, before we kick off, I would love to hear from you. We've had some fun discussions just personally.
Yeah.
Tell me about the most memorable Uber ride you've had in the last month.
Ooh, in the last month. I mean, I love traveling for the opportunity to jump in Uber cars. Mm-hmm. So I was in Chicago a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago maybe, and I don't know if it was the first or second Uber ride, but this delightful Ukrainian older man, and with all the turmoil in Ukraine, right away just start getting into it. And man, within probably 2 minutes, he is just heartbroken over the state of his country, the war, the turmoil. And we just have this amazing human moment. I'm a person of prayer, so I was like, brother, I pray for your country. That touched him, and so fun just to be with somebody in that space. Fun's maybe not the right word, but meaningful and special for me. Obviously, we live in the beauty and luxuries of America, and to just appreciate for a moment the turmoil and war. It's brutal. And the impact on him, now he's been here, I don't know, 10, 15 years, but hearing him lament over the state of his country was profound. So that was awesome. It was, I treasured it the whole day. Thought about him and continue to think and pray for Ukraine, obviously. Like, please let these things cease.
And for him, the busyness of life, trying to figure out how to provide for his family.
Exactly.
Paying the bills, and actually being heard by somebody. I think that makes a big difference.
I hope so,
So I actually had the joys of having a Sudanese driver.
Ooh, here in KC?
Here in KC.
Beautiful.
He's only been here for 4 months. He worked meaningfully in his country. Educated, and has come here and has said, hey, it's a challenge, right?
Got to start over, basically.
Starting over, and he said, at least I can drive and make money. And afterwards he said, I wanted to thank you because I have so many people come into my vehicle, but nobody wants to talk. So remembering that we all have a voice and we all have a life, and we're all on the journey. And it's fun to intersect.
You better believe it. And if only for a few minutes to offer, I think listening is hospitality. Just to listen. Ask a few questions, 10, 20, 30 minutes, however long the ride is, goes a long way. Good on you. Glad to hear that you had that experience. In KC, this is my city. You know, this is my city, where we are.
That's right.
EOS Conference, first time in Kansas City. Hopefully our city represents well.
That was a great buzz. It's been a great start to the conference.
Here.
So I'd like to switch gears into the EOS journey. And for you, what are you most excited about right now in your business? Or is there something that you really want people to know about you or what you do?
You know what I'm excited about? It's maybe a two-prong. I'm excited in my own work as an implementer. I just hired an assistant, but for me that decision was a little bit ahead of the curve, and I think I'm trying to take a step back and just said, okay, what's the decision I need now to get to the next level? And that muscle of being decisive, I encourage my clients with that, but I had to do it myself this one, and I could feel myself vacillating and like, it's probably, I can do it, and yet to just be decisive, take the next step. I'm watching it impact and obviously relieve me of some things, help me break through the ceiling, what do you know? But then it's fueled me for that same encouragement, like, be decisive. What's the decision you know you need to make, but you're just still hesitating? Be decisive, take the step, make the decision, move forward. And I just watch hesitancy has a cost to it, and usually not a good one.
That's right.
So,
that's right. You mentioned administrative assistant, and actually we had the joy of having dinner last night together.
We did. Yeah, that was tasty.
And we talked about the trifecta. For me, my joy in serving visionaries and appreciating their journey, but also seeing where there are areas that are most common that they need to let go of.
Absolutely.
And the trifecta being high quality EA.
Quality.
High quality
I got
EA.
one.
That's right.
She's awesome.
That's
High quality EA.
Yes. Operations leader.
Yep.
Also, in this world, we'll call it the integrator.
Yep.
And then a sales leader.
Yep.
What are your thoughts around the trifecta, and have you seen that play out? And also helping visionaries, if you're speaking to them, how to be decisive, how to know it's time to let go and trust and find that right person for that right seat.
Yeah, well, I loved the exchange last night you and I had, and that imagery of a trifecta I think is really valuable, and I'm going to be taking it for sure. Especially as it relates to the integrator, Andrew. Like, I like to say it this way: if you have a job, you should thank a visionary. If you love your job, you should thank the integrator. And the teams that I've worked with that haven't had integrators that then make that key decision, it's a game changer, night and day difference. And the visionary invariably comes back to me and says, thank you. My world, literally I started with a nonprofit. They had no integrator at the start. Maybe 3 months in, internally, they hire the integrator. And the organization had a massive turnaround. But for the visionary, in this case a woman, she was like overcome with gratitude. She had no idea what her life and leadership could look like with an integrator. And massive. So in that case, it was a nonprofit. But man, when you have a team firing on all cylinders, and for the visionary, a key quality EA, somebody to really assist and support them so they can delegate and stay high level. Similarly with an integrator, but you have to have somebody that's just turning the crank, pulling the levers of sales. We needed all three functions must be strong, but when there is a high-quality, dependable sales lead, unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I like that. I'm going to use that.
Please do.
You gave that. I'm keeping it. I'm using
Please
it.
do.
And I will give Andrew credit some of the time.
Hey, absolutely. And it's over and over. I have seen that. It is the trifecta.
It is the trifecta.
I think we also talked about, listen, you are unique. Your business is unique, but your challenges are common.
They're common.
And so you can have a breath of fresh air knowing that, hey, other visionaries are dealing with these same sets of challenges. They present themselves in different ways.
For sure.
But the challenges overall generalized are the same. And now we can utilize best practices to solve those problems and give them that freedom that they can't even see that they're missing right now. Or believing that it's possible. Right? In the times that we'll go with the client and walk through our first part of our process where we define a role for whether it be a sales leader or an integrator. And we help them get to that place where they're ready to say, this is the go-to-market role for us. And they'll say, pinch me. If this person exists, find them yesterday, right? Is where they go, because they're saying now that we've taken time as with stakeholders and as our team to define this and say, this is the who, this is what they're going to accomplish this for us. This is what they're going to be accountable for. That can give them and their team clarity.
Oh my gosh.
And they can realize, I'll often say, it's going to be easier for them to say yes and no to certain things, because now there's accountability for who this person is that's coming in. And they say, wow, I have no idea what this is going to be like, but pinch me. Yeah. So can you share with me any, mention to me maybe another story about leadership teams and, in EOS we're talking about right people, right seats. What does that look like to you?
I mean, right out of the book, right people, of course, share the values. It's essential. If it's not a good culture fit, they'll never be a good fit long term. Right seats, you just kind of give great example. The team works together, gets clarity on what do we need, structure first, people second, get clarity, what are the roles that the company needs, and if a person, A, B, or C, can deliver on those 5 roles, my goodness, that's the right seat. And when you play out, of course, the horror stories, when you have somebody that's not in the right seat, invariably somebody else is picking up the dead weight, no disrespect to humans, right, but is doing the work of 2 instead of 1. And I worked with a team, and when I was explaining GWC, there was a gal who was in the finance seat, and she literally gasped in the room and said, and we paused and we said, whatever her name was, June, what's going on? She's like, oh my gosh, I've had a wrong seat person. And she said for 13 years, which is it's astounding, but realized, oh my gosh, they're not a GWC fit. We've kept them around because they were right person, good culture fit, but they were in the wrong seat, and they couldn't find another seat for that person, and made an exit within, honestly, probably 6 weeks. And it was, both a sobering moment, 13 years, which I still kind of marvel at that they kept for 13 years, but and it's when I said, you will never have enough time to do your job well until you have the right people in the right seats. explained GWC, and the lights went on, they connected the dots, and they ultimately made a good change. And now her world and that department runs way more efficiently.
Yes.
Yeah.
And truly, 99% of the time, it's best for both parties.
It is.
Yes.
Because they're in a wrong seat.
Yes.
And they don't know that there's a better seat that will suit their unique wiring, who God made them to be.
Yes.
And I absolutely believe that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Well, in closing today, tell me, what brings you the most joy these days?
Oh, man. In the work?
Sure.
Okay. Man. In the work, I love culture. I love when teams deeply care and commit to culture. Peter Drucker is famous for saying, culture eats strategy for breakfast. I say culture eats everything. It eats everything, not just breakfast. So then when I watch a team, after I've said that 5, 6, 7 times, really take it, own their values in a behavioral way, like look for those values to show up and drive culture with those values in mind, and then do the hard work of conflict, honest conversations, that brings me so much joy, because I know that a healthy leadership team produces a healthy work environment, healthy staff, healthy cultures, and humans flourish in cultures like that. So these days, that brings me a lot of joy when I watch a leadership team take that as seriously as I believe it is, and make the changes that are necessary, which often come from the painful conversations of honesty and really calling stuff out, and lovingly discussing the issues that are hindering the quality of the relationships, hindering trust. So I want to see more of it, but it's a joy when you watch them make that turn. Seeing that aha moment, that light bulb go off, that this is what we needed to do. This is what we need to do. And now we have clarity. Yeah. And now we're building momentum. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, wonderful. Hey, David, thank you so much for hopping on the podcast here. Enjoy the rest of the conference. How can people learn more about you or connect with you? Sure. David Blackwell's microsite, eosworldwide.com, David.Blackwell. Very good. Thanks so much, David. Thanks, Andrew.